Hi, you just wanted to say hello to the primary activity boys. This is Joey, Brother Davis, and since we couldn't meet with everyone, we wanted to have a little lesson and learn how to tie a few knots. It should be loads of fun. Joey's been practicing, so he's awesome at it and really loves it, don't you, Joey? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, here's the first knot. First knot we're going to do is the overhand knot, and then the square knot, and then we'll do an advanced user section for those who really want a challenge, and we'll show you how to do a sheep bend. So here's the first knot. This is an overhand knot. Good job. The first knot Joey's going to teach us here is the square knot. Now there's a little rhyme that goes along with the square knot. To do it, you say right over left, left over right, makes a knot, tidy and tight. Okay, Joey, let me see right over left, left over right. Okay, right over left. You see how he lays the right over the left one? And he does a knot. And now he's going to take the left side and lay it on top of the right one. So he takes the, there you go, yep. And he does a knot. Good, good. Now pull that. Yes, pull that. No, not too tight. And you slow down right here. Slow down right there. Stop right there and look at the knot. What does that look like? That is the square knot. Can you do, now pull it tight, Joey. Pull with both strings right here, not just the, okay, looks good. That is a square knot. Now, if you've done the square knot correctly, it has this really symmetric look, like two loops kind of twined into each other, and that's what it does. Okay, you see that? So watch for that as you're tying it. Okay, so that's a beautiful square knot. See, it has a nice square knot look to it. If you tie it wrong and you go left over right and then left over right again, you get the granny knot. And that looks kind of like this. It's a mess. And it doesn't stay tight very well. They pull apart. So when you get a granny knot, you have to look at it, hold it up, and you sing, granny knot, granny knot, granny, granny, granny knot. Okay. Well, and you try it again. So you take it apart and try it again. And you try to get something that looks like very nice and pretty like that. So you probably need to practice these knots a lot to get them down. See if you can tie the square knot 5 times in a row and have it come out perfect every time. It can be a lot of work. Go on for a long time. So take a break in the middle. I'll show you how that works. So I recommend Nestle chocolate milk. Amazing. Right, Joey? Uh-huh. That's our favorite. Oh, delicious. Okay. Had your chocolate milk. Now let's go back to work. Okay, so let's review one more time. I'm going to tie the overhand knot. And the overhand knot doesn't matter which one you start with. You just put one over the other, do a little twist, and you pull it. And you get a single overhand knot. Simplest knot we can tie. Okay? Next, we talked about doing a square knot. The square knot, the rhyme is right over left, left over right, makes a knot, tidy and tight. So you have to know which one your right and left hand is. Oh, if you forget that, okay, I got it. It's this hand. This is your right hand. So right over left, we lay it on top. Now there you go. Now left over right. So this is my left, and you go left over right, and you do a little twist, and you pull it, and you pull it, and there's a beautiful square knot. So sometimes it's hard to tie this on the table or something. And it really will help if you will put it around something. So I just use a piece of rope and I put it around my leg. And then I can pull it against that. So then I can look at it and go right over left. Hey, you see how that's nice and tight around my leg? Left over right. And then I pull it and then it goes. There it is. But, my leg's tied. Help. Okay, so you gotta get some help. Get it untied. Got it? Around your leg may have on. Don't pull it too tight around your leg. Not a good idea. Oh. Okay. Okay, so this knot will be a little more complicated, but it's a very useful knot called the sheet bend. The sheet bend knot comes from, it's a nautical term that comes from tying a sail, or a sheet, as it's sometimes called, to a rope. So that's where the word sheet bend comes from. And they take the tip of the sail and they kind of make this is interesting, a line, and they bend it and they tie the knot around that corner. And that's how it's a sheet bend. So let's show you how to do this. Stop. Okay, so this is the sheet bend. That's sheet, like a bed sheet. We take the one string and we put a bend in it, and that's generally, that would be the sail, or maybe it's a larger string you're attaching to. And the other piece of the rope comes up through the bottom hole. It wraps around. Here's where it's just one wrap, and it gets a tuck into the same string it wrapped around, and it pulls through. And then if you did it right, you can kind of see this pattern where, similar to the square knot, you can kind of see how they're looped back and forth, but this loop has a cross to it. And that's really the magic of this knot, that it has that cross and it has a way of pulling and binding, and it doesn't slip or slide. Generally, if you tie it right, there's a way, you want the two ends of the rope to kind of be on the same side. You could loop it the other way and have them pointed out in the other opposite direction, but they recommend putting the two ends on the same side. There's something that makes that a little bit more of a stronger, the geometry of it works stronger. Thank you. Okay, so what are you laughing at? Okay, Joey's going to show us how to do an overhand knot. Start with a string. Oh, this is an interesting trick.
Huh?
Huh? Ah! Oh, Joey, are you drinking on the couch? Hurry!
You are too.
Run to the kitchen. You're going to get in so much trouble. Take a break during the middle.